You want to be a small business owner? Well, here's 5 ideas for you to be able to start your small business. Hi guys, Shree from A7A, Accelerate Your 7 Achievement, and the creator of the course Negotiate to Achieve. Don't forget to check it out on the bottom. So today we're going to talk about 5 easy businesses that you can start, or side hustles, for you to be able to start making some side money and potentially have a real business, a full-time business with. And these 5 businesses are all under $1,000. Why we're doing that? Because a lot of people right now are struggling because of the recession, etc. And you need to be able to get out of this spiral that you're in, that you're always spending your money on unnecessary things and you can't put some money aside to be able to start something. Well, this will be something that you can start for little money, very little money, and can make you some very good money, actually, sometimes more than your actual job. And potentially, if you save up that money and you reinvest it in the business, you can have something very profitable and very big in the future. So keep tuned in, stay tuned in, so we can discuss that, and you will learn everything about how to start a small hustle on the side. So before starting any business or any of these small hustles that you can do on the side, you have to know that there are some basics, and these basics, you need to know them so you'll be able to succeed in whatever adventure you're going in. And these basics are, actually I described them in another video. It's called the 7 tools for you to be able to look big and act small. So these are the basic tools that you need. Now, what are these tools? Some of them is like a website, business cards, be able to be active on social media, many marketing tools that you can actually use that will bring the clients to you and you closer to them. So before you do anything, I would suggest that you look into this video and see and learn how you can actually get to these tools, get these tools working for you for whatever business you're doing. Now, I tried this many times. I tried it with different businesses, and what's great about it is that these tools help me pivot real quick. When I'm trying an idea and it doesn't work, I can use the same tool and I change it slightly, and it goes on for the next business until I got one that works for me. So before anything, go check this video and come back. Now, one of these first small hustle or small business that you can actually do, and that's something I actually tried before, is vegetable and fruits distribution. Now, where and how you can start this, and what is exactly vegetable and fruit distribution? Well, you see all these small cafes, small restaurants, they need to get their fruits and vegetables from somewhere, and they actually get these fruits and vegetables from small businesses. Sometimes the big one get them from big distribution companies, but a lot of them get them from a small business owner, and a lot of people start that as a side hustle and start to actually bring them enough money to be able to support their family. So how do you start this, and how much you need to be able to get started? Well, first of all, what tools do you need? Well, you'll need something to identify you. Small logo, doesn't have to be much. On a t-shirt, if you're living in a place that is not too cold, if you live in a cold country like Canada, maybe it's on a jacket. A business card will help because they will call you back. And a way of transportation. So you'll probably need a car. Why? Because you will be transporting a lot of things. If you're in a small country, maybe a scooter with a big basket, that could work, but you might get your stuff stolen, so better have a car. After that, where do you have to go to get these vegetables? Well, there's a lot of wholesale markets. Now, these wholesale markets will sell you the fruit and vegetable in big quantity, but in a very discounted price. You need to get to know what kind of fruit and vegetable really sells, not to get anything or not get the thing that you like. You need to get the things that are needed in these restaurants. So What you need to do is to go on down in any of these restaurants and actually look at their menu and try to figure out what kind of fruit and vegetable they use. They definitely use tomato, they definitely use green pepper, they might use some other stuff. You have to look into their menu and study it and note down what they actually use, and that's what you're going to get in the market. Now, how much you need to be able to start this? Well, depending on where you are, it could be between $200 to $500. That's taking into account that you already have a car. If you don't have a car, then it will be much more than $1,000. But if you have a car, it's a good side hustle that you can start, and you don't have to work a lot of time. Like you don't need to work a lot of hours. So these markets usually open at 7 in the morning. You start at 7, you go pick up the fruit and vegetables just in a small amount because you're starting, and then you have to do door to door basically marketing or selling. It's not the most sexy things, not a lot of people like it, but you have to do it. And once you start doing 1, 2, 3 shops, you literally don't have to lie to them. You tell them, I'm a small business owner, or I'm just starting and I have these fruits and vegetables, I want to sell them. Could you please support me and buy them from me? And the price you got it for, let's say you get something for $5, you can easily sell it for $15 and they will buy it. Now a lot of people will tell me, well, why don't they go themselves and buy it? Because they don't have time. They have businesses to run and going to the market every day. They need this stuff every day. To be able to buy it in the morning and then open the shop takes too much of their time. They'd rather just pay someone to do it. So that's a great business for you to start. It doesn't cost much and it works almost every time. Even if you say that there's other people doing it, there's competition, there is a lot of room for more competitor and more companies to do it. So don't be intimidated because you see other people are doing it. If they're doing it, they're making money, that means you can make money too. Now another nice business that you can start and can actually become very big and very profitable is a catering business. Now a catering business, there's a lot of advantage to it because you don't need an actual outside place that you need to rent like a restaurant for now. So obviously the whole point of a catering business is to start there and then get to having your own restaurant, but from the beginning you can start at home. Now obviously to have a catering business you need to have some cooking skills. You can't just make hot dogs from home and say I have a catering business, except if you make some exceptional hot dogs or something like that. So for you to be able to succeed in the catering business, what do you actually need? Well, a good presence on social media is very, very, very important, because how you're gonna get these clients, obviously there's word of mouth which will help you at the beginning, but the people around you will need this food. At the beginning they will encourage you, and then it will take time for them to order again. So you need to be able to attract more clients and more customers online. Second thing, you don't actually need a business card that much for the catering business. You can have small flyers if you want, that will be interesting, but for the catering business, as long as you have a good presence online, Instagram, Facebook, that will work very good. The second thing is that you need some kind of containers, some kind of boxes or whatever it is that you will put the food in, because you can actually give it on a plate. So these could be bought from a lot of places. Usually wholesale markets do sell these products, and a lot of time are the wholesale vegetable markets you will also find these products. And what's interesting is that if you're doing a catering business, you will actually need to buy your food in a bigger quantity, so you'll go to the same place that you will go for the business that we discussed before. After that, you will have to be able to incite people to talk about your product for events. Why? Because selling to a certain people that don't want to cook that today and just buy your food for one day is interesting. But if you're doing events is where the real money is. If you're doing a wedding, if you're doing a funeral, if you're doing whatever kind of event, a festival, that's where you're really going to make a lot of money and you get known. And that's where having a logo on these products, on these containers, will be very interesting. So how you can get the logo on these containers? Well, if you have a printer at home, you can buy some type of paper that is already pre-cut, and you will simply go on the internet. They have their software on their website, so it's already preset, and you simply will enter the logo that you want. Sometimes they can even offer you free logos, and you simply put it in your printer, it prints out, you stick it on it, and there you go, you look very professional. And from there you can go on later and get known enough for you to be able to have your own restaurant. So obviously, before getting to the point of a restaurant, you can do a pop-up restaurant for a week or whatever. You go in festivals like we saw in my other videos. Festivals really are a really good place for you to get known, as well as to be able to make a lot of money, actually not some, like a lot of money that will help you open your restaurant. So there's a lot of benefit to starting a catering business. However, you need to take the proper step and make good food for people to notice you, and for you to be able to level up to the next level and get better income from it. So a catering business is a good place to start as a side hustle, and could become a big business in the future. Next up will be cleaning services. Now, a cleaning service is something that is always in demand. A lot of people, when they hear cleaning service, they think that I'm going to go from house to house and start cleaning people's house and bathrooms, etc. That's not true. Cleaning services include a lot of things. For example, commercial, especially for after construction cleaning, it's very, very, very profitable business. I'm talking you'll make in the thousands just in one project. Let me explain. Now, after building is built, so the construction is done, there's a lot of dirt in the apartments, in the condos, that has been created by the workers. So these people, they do a lot of hard work, hard labor, and lifting cement, etc. And they are wearing boots, and these boots get dirty, and they dirty the whole place. So these places, before they get sold or rented to the clients, they need to get cleaned. And we're talking about a building of maybe 100 apartments, 150 apartments that all need to be cleaned before delivered to the clients. And this is where you come in. You can actually provide this cleaning service to these big projects, and starting even with a small project, that will be very profitable to you. And what you need for it is not much, because what we need for something like this is basically the cleaning tools. Some of these tools you have to go to specialized stores, because they're actually specialized products that actually clean better than the products that you're using at home. But a lot of them is just simple cleaning tools and cleaning practice that you do at home, but you will do them in a big scale. Now, obviously, you can also get office contracts. So office contracts are very profitable because they're long-term contracts. So construction contracts are only for one building. The building is clean, it's done, you make a lot of money, but it's over. Office contract, it's something that is repeated. You can stay there for years, and that's where it becomes a business. What do you need to be able to start a cleaning service? Well, you will need obviously a business card, a good presence, and on social media, but not the regular social media that you're using every day. You'll need probably something like LinkedIn, because you need to be able to communicate your service, the offer that you're offering to the actual businesses and not the regular people. And this is where LinkedIn becomes very interesting, because LinkedIn is actually like the Facebook, like I explained last time, but it's only for business and entrepreneurs and professionals. Once you do that, if you have a website, it will make you look way more professional, and that's where you're gonna get the big contract. You can do door-to-door as well. You can find where are the new construction projects and look where you can talk to the project manager, to the engineers, to even the superintendent on the place. He will give you information on who to talk to be able to get these contracts. I myself and my company offer a little bit of this service. It's not something that I specialize in, but right now, while I'm talking to you here, my workers in the same area are doing a cleaning service because we got a client and he keep calling us and we're not going to refuse his money. So it's not our main product, but it's something that we offer on the sides and it works. So cleaning services is a very good side hustle that could become a big business for you. Now, the before last business that we're going to talk about as a small business or side hustle that you can start for under $1,000 is landscaping. Now, landscaping could be a very profitable small business or side hustle depending on the country you're in. So, for example, if you're in Canada, this is something that is very in demand, like hugely in demand. You can go to many areas. I suggest going to the rich areas because they will pay you better, and offer them to do the lawn mowing, redesign their trees, etc. You need to have a minimum knowledge about how to do these things. But to be honest, I have one of my friends from university who tried that as a side business to be able to pay his tuition during summertime, and he actually learned on the job. So he learned on his clients, and he did a lot of things that some of them were dangerous, but he ended up learning how to do the business and paid his university that way. And guess what? Right now he have a landscaping company with between 10 and 15 employees. So he just stuck with it and it became his main business. So there's a lot of ways to be able to profit from this if you're in the right area and you know what you're doing or what you wanted to do. So if you're in a different country and there's not a lot of demands, so some African, Asian countries, some South American countries, there are not a lot of demands for this type of business. I understand it might not be the right business to start, but if you're in the right area, as long as you see houses with grass and trees, you know you're in business. Now, don't be afraid or don't be intimidated that there's other people doing this. Like I said, the market is big and you'll have your chance. Even if you start just by doing the lawn, like cutting the lawn, do that. Now, what do you need for a business like this? Well, obviously you need some gardening tools. If you need a lawnmower, you need a lawnmower. Some tools might cost you more than others. I suggest that you buy the most of them used, because there's a lot of them. Depending on where you are, again, you can use Facebook Market, for example. You can get a lot of these tools used, and you can get them even during winter time when, depending on the country you're in, not a lot of people will actually need them. So here in Canada, winter, you don't see the grass. It's all white. There's nothing, it's just snow. So people tend to sell these equipment and you can buy them for very cheap and you can start in the summer. Second thing, a business card will be very, very, very useful because you're going to do a lot of door-to-door. So you're going to give your business card, you're going to try to call them, pass by again, and this is where a business card or a card with your number on it and the logo on it will be very useful. A website, you can use it. It's not very important. It's not something that is very necessary to start with, but the business card, definitely it is. A way of transportation. So how are you going to bring this equipment to the place of work? You need a car. You definitely need a car to be able to bring this equipment. You can't do that with a scooter. You cannot do that with a bike. You need a car, a vehicle. If you have a small truck, that will be even better, but even a small car will work for this type of business. And basically, you will go door to door. You ask them if you can do the job for them, and if your price is right, well, that will be a good start for you. And then these people are lazy. They don't want to switch from provider to provider, except if there's someone that comes to their door and offer the service. So they're not gonna go look for a different person unless there's another person that do the same thing as you and go to their door, some knocking and offer the service, and you have been slacking, so he took your place. But other than that, they will stick with you. So try that and see how much money you can generate, again depending on the country you're in, but I guarantee you it's a very profitable business and it could become very big in the future. Now the last business that I'm going to talk about that could be a very good side hustle and become a very good business is actually what I do. Now my company actually provide construction sites traffic controllers. So it's basically guys that are there to ensure that nobody gets hit by a car and that the traffic moves smoothly around the construction sites. So this is actually more of a niche for Montreal, but it's actually available in a lot of other countries and a lot of cities. But Montreal in Canada here, it's a famous city in North America actually of having a lot of construction. Every summer half of the city is blocked because half of the city is still under construction, and this is something that you can start for very low amount of money because it doesn't take much. What does it take to start something like this, and how I started? Now the way I started, I had some money saved aside, so I actually started better than other people because I was able to hire another worker with me at the beginning. And how it worked is that you basically need to do a license. It's called here, it's AQTR. It's a small course that you do online for 3 hours. It's ridiculous. It's a small exam. Anybody can pass it. If you don't pass it, I don't know how old you are, but it doesn't. It's not a good sign because it's an easy exam. I'm saying open book exam. You literally have the answers in front of you and you just have to put it on the freaking exam, so there's no way for anybody to miss it. After that, once you do the exam, then you get a certification right away that you can start working. You need to get the equipment. The equipment are hard hat, specialized clothing, which will cost about in total $150, maybe $200, including the work boots. And then you need to be able to have a job. Now this kind of job is very in demand here in Montreal. I don't know about different cities, but I know here it's very in demand. But before you do all of this, you need to go from construction site to construction site and give your cards and let them know that you have, here they call them signaleurs or traffic controllers, available, even if it's yourself, and try to promote this business to them, and they will call you, especially in the summertime. In summertime, trust me, I even refuse jobs because I don't have enough people, and I have about 12 to 15 people working for me right now, and it's still not enough. So there's a lot of demands for it, and obviously it's a seasonal job, but it's very profitable if you do it the right way. And the great thing about it is that the cost to be able to maintain it is not much. Now obviously I'm expanding my business. I'm going into cone installation, cleaning services, etc. So there's a lot of more costs being added up, but that's an expansion of the initial business. But the initial business itself is simply buying the equipment and going there and doing the job. Now this, I understand, is something that is very niche to where I am, but if you are in Montreal or in if you are in a different city but that has the same situation, same issue as in Montreal, that there's a lot of construction, this is something that you just start for a very low amount of money. So including the permit, it will cost you maybe around $500-600 to be able to start this, and you will be able to make great money from the start. So think about it, and that's one of the best businesses that you can start for very small money. Why? Because this is what I have right now, and this is what's paying my bills, and it's allowing me to do these vlogs. Now guys, this concludes our list of 5 easy and small businesses that you can start for under $1,000. And remember this, the most important thing that you need to know is that if you actually have the entrepreneurial spirit, if you actually want to succeed and achieve something better, to accelerate your achievements, you can do it. Don't let any negativity around you affect you, and people who tell you there's a lot of people doing this and you're not the first one, it's not gonna work. It's not true. I'm a living proof of it. It does work, but you need to be able to be disciplined and focus on where you want to go and how to do it, and have a plan. If you have a plan, you'll know where you have to go, what you do and where you have to go to be able to succeed in your endeavor. So focus, make a plan, prepare a budget, save your money, because when opportunities come, that's where the money saved will help you catch it. Opportunities in the universe, the way I see it, are small lights flying all around us. They pass in front of you from time to time, and if you do have what it takes to grab it, you'll be able to succeed immensely. Now guys, one of the most important tools you need to be able to succeed in business is negotiation, because when you're able to negotiate, you're able to influence anybody and be able to attract clients and be able to save more money and have more money in your pocket to be able to attract these opportunities all around us. Now for that, I created the most important and best course online right now for negotiation. It's focused on pricing. Why? Because pricing is the first thing that will help you keep more money in your pocket and bring in more money to you, so you'll be able to grab these opportunities. It's called Negotiate to Achieve. It's available right now on Udemy, and you can go down below, find the link, and be able to purchase it right now. I guarantee you that is the best course you ever did, and to prove it, I'm offering you 30 days money back guaranteed. If you don't like the course for any reason, within 30 days you will get your money back, no question asked. But I guarantee you it's the best product you will have and the best product on the market right now, and it's something that will serve you and help you for a long time. So make sure to look at it, and also think about the 5 ideas that we talked about right now, because I guarantee you you'll be able to succeed immensely if you put your mind into it. And after this, I'll see you on the other side.
A7A, go at service.
Accelerate your 7 achievements. My guys are working hard, and you should too.